Hello and welcome everybody out there in YouTube and D&D land. I hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Before we jump into the action, don't forget, like, comment, subscribe. All of those things help us out tremendously. If you're interested in supporting our community a little bit further, consider becoming a member here in our YouTube channel. Memberships start at just $2 a month and you gain access to some really cool emotes. Lastly, if you are interested in joining any of our games, we currently have one open slot in the Tuesday evening game, but we have somebody interested in it, so maybe not. And we have 2 to 3 open slots available in the Tuesday early game, as well as potentially 1 slot still available for the Saturday game. We have a lot of people up in the air right now, more or less. So, if you are interested in joining in on any of our campaigns, we'd be more than happy to sit you down, get you seated, and make sure everything else helps. And for all of you that are content being viewers of our channel, if you're interested in donating to give advantage to the players, it is $5 for a viewer inspiration per player, where they will have to thank you and possibly say something that you tell them they have to say when they use it. And it's $10 for the DM. It's a lot of fun. But anyways, without further ado, Bulkhead, tell us what happened last time.
So last time, we spent some time interrogating the cultists. We established that 2 of them seemed more likely than the others to spill the beans. So by separating them and speaking to them, we learned some information about what was going on, although it wasn't terribly pertinent. We did, however, do some snooping in the church proper, found a magically sealed door, which we opened and searched the room they're in, which was sort of like I believe it was the bishop's personal room, where we found a book that had a monocle in it that let you see disturbances in the weave, and then Lucian found in a hidden compartment of the desk the bishop's journal, which through some decoding and puzzle solving on Bulkhead's part, we established that it was a travel log with coordinates, and through the puzzle solving we established like where he's been going and what like important dates that they've been coinciding with, as well as possible candidates for which churches might also be infiltrated by the Voidweavers. And we also established that because of certain markings that were in an atlas that we had, we established that the next 2 possible locations that would be visited were the Thunder Peak Observatory, and the Solaris Oasis.
Yes.
And we decided to make the trip to the observatory, do some snooping, possibly, but also get some information on when the next possible eclipse, either lunar or solar, might be, and where, like what region that might coincide in. That might give us an idea as to where the bishop was going to go, which would then give us an idea of where Solara may have sojourned off to, because we are still trying to find and eliminate that one. And then we, headed to the observatory, and that was pretty much it, I believe.
More or less. So, as you all are descending down, nestled at the base of Thunder Peak, the mountain that the observatory is built onto, Astral Haven exudes an enchanting charm that captivates both mages and nature enthusiasts. The town's architecture seamlessly blends with the natural landscape, featuring buildings adorned with iridescent crystals that illuminate the streets at night. Winding cobblestone paths lead to hidden gardens and alchemical workshops where residents cultivate magical herbs under the watchful gaze of protective wards. The town square boasts a vibrant marketplace where colorful stalls overflow with mystical trinkets, enchanted artifacts, and potions brewed from the region's unique flora. Street performers entertain with illusions and displays of elemental magic, creating an atmosphere of wonder and awe. Vindir. This town has a history with magic, a fascination with it as well. If you fly this skyship directly into town, there's going to be no sneaking around. There's going to be no avoiding any type of attention whatsoever.
Are we wanting to do this quietly?
It's probably the best idea, considering we don't want necessarily to alert anyone too much as to our presence. But
yeah, we don't want to roll into town like just in an airship or a spaceship. I mean,
we are a motley crew, so we will stand out, but the hope is that I can find a suitable location to land the ship such that it won't draw too much attention.
Speaking of which, do you have any robes, Bulkhead, that you could adorn?
I've got some simple clothes. I've got like a hooded cloak. I could, in terms of like a mask, I can't really hide the fact that like, I could try to pass off my face as a mask, but
are there no constructs on this world? Like, the fact that he is sentient will definitely stand out, but just his presence alone is going to draw intrigue, I guess.
There are constructs, not a lot of them, mostly amongst the Hinckley family. They're a family of known tinkerers or artificers, whatever you want to call them, that have created these small and medium-sized guardians to protect them.
Okay.
You might get mistaken as somebody's sentry bot.
I can tolerate being mistaken as a construct.
It could work to our advantage.
On a world that doesn't know any better, I'm perfectly okay with overlooking that fact.
And do we need to do anything about Erg? Joey, you said that most goblinoids are kind of feral.
Not feral, but barbaric. They spend a tremendous amount of their time out in the wilderness outside of society. They're not overtly hostile, other than if you step on their territory, or if they're hungry. There'll be looks, but mostly that's it.
Okay. And is there like a forest near the city that we can park the airship?
Roll me a survival check. Let's see.
Wouldn't it be
22.
safer to leave it somewhere in, lack of a better term, orbit?
Well, how do we get down then.
Liara
missed.
just blinks. Her free spell is Featherfall.
That's a hell of a fall.
Vindir, there's a couple of locations out here that people might wander out and come across just because exploring the forest for herbs and things like that is, a common thing to be done. But would be out of the prying eye of, most of the arcanists who have never spent probably more than an hour of their life outside of a city.
So we can park it and have probably some random people maybe find it because they're looking for food, or we fall from orbit.
I think we should leave it out of everyone's reach. We've got a lot of important stuff on the ship, and I don't want anyone messing with it.
It also means it's a bit of a baller getting back up, though.
It's not much of a bother.
Just means we have to keep either keep one of our more powerful casters has to keep a spell open in order for us to get back.
Well, I can, get us back to my chambers with Tempest without using. I mean, it uses some resource, but not spell slots. It's up to you guys. I just wanted to err on the side of caution.
Yeah.
If Solar is in the area, we don't want her coming across it or having her acolyte sabotage it, or I don't know.
Any way you can figure out where I'm at?
What'd you say?
Oh, sorry. Didn't say anything.
Oh, I guess we should clarify. Do we have a crew? Like, are there people that stay on the airship when we're not there?
A few, but you guys haven't really gone out of your way to fill up the crew. The airship really is just the helm, and then maintenance can be done by unseen servants and stuff such as that.
Yeah.
So
I'm making a contract to see if I would know this spell exists.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yes.
Oh, what spell?
Contingency.
I use it all the time.
I'm talking about my character. But yeah. My character's gonna be like, can you put contingency? Like put a ward around here if anybody that's not one of us steps in, it sends you a message, then we get back real quick.
I mean, that's not contingency, that's alarm, but
Well, you could have the contingency if the alarm goes off. The contingency does like message or whatever.
Well, the way alarm works is if the alarm is tripped, he can be notified mentally. So the contingency isn't exactly necessary. In fact, it's extraneous.
Well, then we just do alarm then.
We could, but that also requires us. It's also if we leave the ship in the forest. It's sounding like we are going to be leaving it in low orbit and jumping.
Sure,
I mean,
we can jump.
how many do you get? I can survive the jump.
That's what you think.
we have.
No, I can
ways.
survive this jump.
No,
That's what you think.
yeah,
There's a
that's what-
homebrew rule in my universe that if you free fall 100 feet uninterrupted by anything, you insta-die.
Dang, I was gonna hope rage.
I know. That's what every barbarian thinks at level 3.
Welcome to being a barbarian for like 10 plus levels here, and then it's like, yeah, you can't really do that.
I mean, you're not going to convince me you could jump from orbit and scream loud enough at the ground you don't die.
Yes. I have thrown swords at planets.
I mean, there is a terminal velocity. There is that.
You're dead. It's.
I think Liara has her spell for feathers that turns you into feathers.
That's exactly right.
That would take too long to fall, though.
Feather falls at the exact same speed as something else.
Yeah, the
You
feather
hit it
fall-
right before you hit the ground.
But you said it turns you into a feather.
Yes, it's something like that.
Ah.
You're
Featherfall
exactly
is
right, Casimir.
Featherfall is a spell that makes you fall gently. So, the hope is, well, I'm sure a number of you will probably.
What about wingsuits?
We do not have anything like that. I have winged boots. I can fly.
I have a giant eagle statue.
I have Featherfall as well.
I think we've all fallen from greater heights and we've been able to land on planets. I think we can all just leave it up here and then just go down. And Liara can do her thing.
Also, I'm kind of afraid of Casimir's new child getting out.
Alrighty. Also, thank you, Papa Shambles, for
That's a
the
good point.
inspirations. If there's
Thank
a
you.
word you want them to say when they use it, each player gets 2. So everybody mark down Papa Shambles, 2 viewer inspirations each.
Thank you.
Thank you, Papa Shambles.
Thank you.
We need them. We used so many of last session. Well, a couple sessions ago.
Oh, I'll make you use more.
Please don't.
I will. It's a good business strategy.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So, are we parking in space and you all yeet off the side of the spaceship?
Yep.
Alright.
The vampire's been left with food. It's not going to eat the crew. I got extra bodies for that.
Oh, it's not the crew I was worried about. I was worried if we landed it. I come to the conclusion that we should probably, leave it in orbit.
Yeah, it might go wandering.
It's
It could easily get off the ship.
she really can't. She's trained up pretty well. Because if she kills even one person, you do realize I have a lot of hell that is coming to kill it, and then to kill me right after if she does.
Yep.
So
Well-
I'm pretty sure I've made sure that she can't get out.
And if all else fails, I'll see if I can procure some silver, and I can fashion some chains if need be.
That doesn't work.
Alright, let's get this over with.
Alright.
I want to try to fall with some style out of the airship.
Acrobatics check.
Alright. A 9.
You step off and just start falling.
Hey, hold on a second.
Mm-hmm.
I am an air genasi, so can I get advantage?
Oh, hell yeah!
Okay.
The wind is your shit.
22.
We love 22. God damn, 2 22s already. So, you step over the side, and everybody watches you begin falling and then twisting in the air like a cloud and starting to float and descend quickly down as Liara jumps off, turning into a penguin, as she always does, and everybody else. Any styling?
Just
Bulk-
gonna just
I'm
walk
Superman.
off.
Yeah, Bulkhead just like walks off and will just plummet, just like standing straight up.
Just
Yeah,
casually
Basically,
box.
it's just like arms crossed, just standing. Like we'll get the. It's fine.
Yeah, Lucian did like a headfirst dive off the side.
Just Tetris boxing down. Okay.
Yeah, I'm
So-
gonna follow on that. I'm gonna do like a swimmer's dive and then Superman my way.
Then you all safely descend and touch down onto the ground with some grace. After about, 15, 20 seconds of falling, space. Once you get down here, Vindir, this is going to be an opportunity for you to flesh out your character a bit more. Your character is well known across these lands, as you are a legendary in quality person, right?
Yes.
You're going to come across a few NPCs, and then you're going to have to tell us how you know them, or how they know you, and things like that.
Okay.
Were we on the ship to get here? Less than a full day.
Oh, so we didn't get a rest while we were on the ship?
Well, you got a rest on the ship from the ley lines to Arene. You didn't get a rest from Arene interrogating and murdering all of the cultists to here.
Okay.
Yeah. Airship moves really fast. Or, I guess Spelljammer moves really fast.
I was just curious if I get to adjust my spells and gain them back and stuff like that.
Not yet.
All right.
I mean, you probably could have gotten a short rest so you could get a couple of things back, but nothing crazy.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to adjust my spell lists, so
Yeah, that one would be a no.
no worries.
So,
Don't you have rapid recall or whatever?
Yeah, I used that to gain silent image in the place.
Oh, we used that already. Okay, never mind.
alrighty. So, as you are walking forward, you are entering into this lovely, vibrant town of Astral Haven. You can look at the multitudes of different, intriguing-looking items that they utilize to keep the atmosphere flowing and high around you. You see so many different various people running around with bags full of items and trinkets and tinkering materials and everything such as that, and all of them seem to be passing by, and a handful of them look at you, Vindir, and go, "Oh, hey, Vindir!" and "Hi, hey, Vindir!" "Oh, hey, buddy, how you doing, hey, Vindir?" And, everyone's just, walking by, and casually several of them stop to wave at you.
I nod and keep walking.
So, as you are walking, you all feel a little jostle on the ground around you. This jump of energy that happens like a small earthquake, and when you turn around, you see an ogre walking towards you all very quickly. The ogre gets over towards you, Vindir, gets on all fours, putting his face within inches of yours, and smiles. "Vindir, how you been, buddy?"
Well, the same as always. At peace.
Good, good. See you got a bunch of, random travelers with you. They happen to be, in any trouble, or what are you doing, just showing them around the place?
We're looking for some trouble to, looking for trouble. We're trying to keep the peace.
Oh, gotcha. Hi, everyone. I'm Atlas, the, town guard here.
Greetings, Atlas. My name's Eric Weld. You can call me
Holy shit. You are the most well-spoken bugbear I've ever met.
Thank you.
And he'll reach out and shake your hand.
I'll grip it firmly and shake.
Damn! Fuck! Ow! Shit!
Sorry.
Fuck. Ah! Yeah, that's more like it. So, welcome to my town, and, if there's some trouble that's gonna be messing around, you be sure to bring it by me, and I'll be more than happy to help you out with whatever's going on. Just like last time, remember, Vindir?
I do, and We're looking for cultist.
Oh. Oh, that's bad. What are we talking here? The, Spider Queenie kind?
No, the one with the hand and an eye.
What's that?
Axiom?
Never heard of Axiom.
Well, from what I got told and what I saw, it's not good.
Fuck. Alright, well, of course, if you need a base of operation for you and your, underlings, feel free. The guard station's all yours. Don't worry, we got arcane protections, alarms, all of that set up there, alright?
Greatly appreciate it.
Hey, after what you did for us last time, I'll reach out and shake your hand. Always happy to help you, man.
The feeling is very much mutual.
I'll keep my eye out for a blinking eye on a hand. And he stands back up and walking around and heading out.
So, well, at least we have a place we can go hang out when we get done looking at the observatory.
You seem to be getting
Yes.
around.
I'm
This
from here.
town.
What were you saying, Vindir?
Oh, I was just saying I'm from here.
Did you live in the city?
No, I live everywhere.
Right, but what do you mean everywhere?
Wherever I stop for the day.
Isn't that just the same as everyone?
Most people go to their homes. I just stop where I'm at and just go to sleep.
So you're saying you're homeless?
I do not own a home, correct?
Why do we keep picking up strays?
I don't need a
First
home.
it's
As
people
you can
that
already
don't-
see, I got this guy. He lets me. I can stay in the guard shack.
What would you consider a homeless?
Say that again.
What would you consider a home?
A place I go to every day. But I'm always
Well-
traveling, so what do I need a home for?
I mean, I have a home, but I haven't been there for a while.
So what's the
A
point? of
wife
having
too.
it? What's
Wait, you're married?
I feel bad
Yeah.
for your wife?
To who?
This. God, what was her name?
You don't even remember your wife's name.
Raina?
That was out of character.
Raina?
No,
It
you
was-
said that. Too late.
Raina, no.
No, that
no,
was
that
the daughter.
Sebastian.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That's
be
your
weird,
son's. That's
no.
Reagan.
God, what's her name? No, I'm not married to Reagan either. That's weird too. No, it was like a political marriage. I
Oh,
went
shit,
to
yeah,
the
her.
island.
Yeah,
And,
the elf.
It's like the chief's daughter.
I feel like
Who
this
is
is
this?
very in character.
Wasn't that Sebastian as well, though?
No, that was me.
What the like?
She's in
Adamantine
Moria now,
Islands
living in
person?
my house, keeping an eye on the trades and stuff.
I thought that was
You didn't want to come with
Sebastian
us
as
because
well.
you didn't want to die, and that's very understandable feeling to have.
You're a terrible husband.
Why are you coming down on me like this?
I'm sorry, but it had to be said.
You see
Yeah,
a
at least he lets his girlfriend come along.
This is a political marriage.
Hey,
We're cool, you know. We're like friends. We hang out when I'm in town.
Didn't you ascend to godhood?
Well, that was way before this. And then I
You
came back, and now I'm a man of the people.
when was the last time you went home?
Oh, I pop in now and then. I went in from we were kind of hanging out on the ley lines, and I just popped home to Zodiac and saw how things were going and all that, and then I came back.
And how many years did you leave Sebastian as well?
That's not the point.
Of course, right.
Hey, I never said I was a saint. I just said I have a house and a wife. But I
Well-
don't go back every day.
I don't see the point of owning something if I'm not going to use it.
Are you talking about his wife? That's a terrible thing to say.
My house is a trophy. I took it from a man that we killed because he was an asshole.
Jesus.
My house is a trophy.
It is.
Is your wife a trophy too?
Technically a conquest.
No, she was part of a well-struck deal.
She is a trophy.
What's her name?
You know, insert name here. It's in my notes somewhere. I can dig it up.
Random NPC too.
Kind
No,
of.
she was definitely at least the 5th random NPC. We didn't just marry the first random NPC.
When
I mean,
is your
this literally was like-
anniversary?
We were doing out of character. We were doing like what was it? It was cavorting or whatever, and I was cutting the deal, and I like rolled
Yeah.
something, and it
I
was like a
remember that.
complication. It was like, oh, guess what? You got married.
It was like very, very.
I like how that's a
early
complication.
That is,
That's definitely a complication.
but
Apparently not for one of our people. He forgets their name and just leaves them.
everyone other than Vindir, you see a cloaked and shrouded individual carrying a box up close to their chest, walking towards you all.
Who goes
How do I not see it? Okay.
You see it, Vindir, but everybody else, it causes a bit of alarm.
Hmm.
Do they have a hunch?
Slightly hunched over, yeah?
Oh, is that familiar hunch?
No.
Okay, I'm not having a heart attack. That's fine.
The individual walks over, lifts open the box, and you see these golden brown circular pastries that have little bit of some type of custard oozing out and what looks to be powdered sugar sprinkled on top.
Oh, I'm gonna take one and eat it. Oh, thank you so much. These are my favorite, and you know that. How'd you know I was in town already?
I noticed you from further away. Of course, the Mystic Springs retreat is at your service if you need, Vindir.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And we'll give your friends a very kind 10% discount.
No,
You
whisper
own
to
your
her.
own cult as well.
What? No. I'm not a cultist.
I never said you were. I said Orlay. Do you have your own cult?
No, these are just friends of mine.
Insight check.
Jeanette. Sure, if you want to do PvP, do you allow it?
Yeah, I don't care. Yeah, go ahead.
10.
He totally believes he doesn't run a cult.
I'm on to you. Well,
Well, I
10%
help-
off of what?
Well, these delicious pastries.
Would
What's
you all
in-
like some as well?
Here,
They're-
I'll buy them. I'll buy them.
Oh, we can't accept your money.
Well, you have to. And I'm just gonna
No.
go ahead and put 3 gold coins in the basket or in the box.
They bow their head very deeply. Thank you. And you can take out the first top tray of pastries for that amount of gold.
You guys try them. They're so good.
They're air puffs.
Gonna
Okay, I'll
sniff
try
one.
one.
Does there seem to be anything up with it? It seems shady.
Nature check.
You
Guidance.
not have friends, Casimir?
It
14.
smells sweet.
I'm good. There's a significant lack of blood in this.
What? Now your little friend is looking very scared and taking a few
You're
steps
okay.
back.
It's okay. He doesn't. Well, he does, but it's okay.
I meant jam.
Deception check, Casimir. Oh,
Bulkhead's gonna be looking around with the monocle like affixed to his face.
just... would you like me to go make some jam ones?
No, it's good. I have a specialized taste.
We have a litany of various different preserves that can be found from our ethereal garden.
I feel like he wouldn't be happy if I went to make one to my taste buds.
I don't understand, but very well. Lucian, when you bite into it, it is a very airy and soft, doughy pastry that is not as sweet as you were anticipating. The powdered sugar on top definitely makes it pop more, and so does the custard that gushes out as soon as you bite into it. This very thick custard that is slightly savory, but its consistency is perfect.
Sounds like a beignet.
It's an air puff here because it's a super
This is
airy
delicious.
pastry.
Yeah.
This
it
is
is
very
really
good. Thank you.
Thank you for trying it.
Mm.
Now, Casimir, do you not have any friends? Like, I'm really confused. Have you never helped somebody and then they want to repay you?
Yeah, it's quite a few.
Well, this is what's happening here.
You start getting flashbacks of Edgar.
Yeah, I don't trust that.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get a little bit too clingy and attached, and you'll never rid of them ever. Ever.
Yeah, but then they set up your whole thing
Well,
and keep an eye on things while you're gone.
ooh, Vindir, tell them how you helped us at the Mystic Springs retreat once upon a time ago. I always like this story.
Well, they had a couple poltergeists. And it was causing a problem with scaring all the guests away. They're about to go bankrupt. I happened to be coming through town, and it was my first time in town actually, and I needed a place to stay, so it sounded quite nice. I could tell when I showed up there was some uneasiness. I guess they didn't know. Well, of course they didn't know who I was, but you know. So I stayed, and the poltergeist showed up, both of them, and took care of them quite swiftly. Now they're no more, and the retreat is back to running how it should always been.
Oh, that sounds very nice.
Yeah, and they try to, they wanted to pay me, and I wasn't going to take any money, so every time I come into town, they make me these beautiful pastries, and then they said I can sleep there if I need to.
Oh, not just sleep. We'll give you the full spa treatment anytime you want.
See?
Pedicure, manicure, massage, hot rocks, your own private bath, anything you need.
Is that for just him or people he travels with as well?
Oh, everyone else that he travels with can also get a very kind 10% discount.
good discount.
We only really give them out at different holiday events.
Mm-hmm. Well, I am a fan of the spa treatment. It's always very nice.
They
You
reach
gotta treat
into
yourselves.
they reach into their robes and quickly pull out a small card and hand it to you. When you pick it up,
Thank you.
it smells like vanilla and honey. Very soothing. Come by anytime. That's your coupon.
How much
Perhaps
would it
we
be
will.
for the full package?
Oh,
Like, say we wanted everything.
then for his friends, 90 gold each.
Oh, that's not bad. Should we go? Like, this can all wait like a day.
I don't think we have time just now.
I think we've got plenty of time.
We do have plenty of time, but usually you want to go to the spa after you've, strained yourself in some way.
Because we didn't?
Well, I mean,
If you call interrogating some weak cultist straining, I really am. I'm gonna need to find new help.
we've done
well-
some things, but we also had some days to rest afterwards, so I don't feel strained.
Yeah, days to rest, but we were on the ship traveling. It was like a couple of
Whoa.
days.
You need to get more comfortable on the ship, my friend.
I have a coffin.
Yeah, okay.
Look, I was having to deal with a temperamental vampire. Person. Thing. I didn't say those words, you didn't hear me.
Well, you should spend some time in the library. I've got many servants to
To
massage.
put me to sleep?
There's a fighting pit and stuff.
We can take a couple of hours to go and do this. I'm not saying we need to spend multiple days, but it's not exactly like we're on a time crunch right now. She's on the
No.
run. She's not going to do too much. She's all alone. We literally killed everyone else that she knows. Or turned them.
Oh,
Or
wow.
gave them to demon lords. But it's fine.
You all seem very busy. I'll leave you be.
Thank you.
Look, after nearly
Thank you for your
destroying
time.
the entirety of the ley lines, we could at least take a couple of hours for a rest.
If you'd like to have a spa day,
Absolutely.
by all means. I just
You
want to do
think
some other
I
things.
care?
It's a
Spa day, yes.
spa
absolutely.
episode. Let's go, guys.
I want to go check out the town. I magical potions and stuff, dude. I'm all about the potions.
Well, there's the Arcane Bazaar, which is a bustling marketplace where vibrant stalls showcase rare crystals, magical armament, alchemical wonders. Vendors entice visitors with tales of each item's unique properties, making it a haven for collectors and scholars alike. There's the Ethereal Gardens, which I'm assuming Liara is going to beeline towards. There's the Celestial Amphitheater. That word always fucks me up.
Amphitheater.
I have a speech impediment, and that word will not happen. Amphitheater.
Call it something else.
Yeah. Circle Echo Rocks. So,
Go.
which is carved into the mountainside that creates a very lovely hosting of mesmerizing performances within the city itself. There's obviously the Mystic Springs Retreat, Luminara's Rest, which is a temple dedicated to their moon goddess here. Just a few of the intriguing places here in town.
You can still go to the town, go to the shops and see whatever. But I'm just saying, we can at least take a couple hours to go to the spring at one point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well, why don't we? Is it about lunchtime, Joey?
Close to it, sure.
why don't we all meet back up at dinner?
All right.
Everybody can go shop, spa, whatever. Meet up around dinner time. Go check out the observatory. Then we'll head back to we can head over to the guard shack. Hang out over there. Do our discussing, and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Sure.
Alrighty. So, who is going where since we're splitting the party?
I'm gonna go to the bazaar.
Yeah, go to the bazaar first.
I'll pretty much be accompanying Lucian under the guise of being his construct.
Oh, okay.
Score.
So,
I don't think there's an arena, so I'll probably just go with the amphitheater.
So, a few of you start heading out towards the Arcane Bazaar. This very wide open marketplace where there's many different stalls constructed out of wood planks and a few stoneworked as well. It looks much more rudimentary compared to many of the other things that you've seen architecturally sound within the location. Of course, the sturdiness of the building does not exactly correlate to how well maintained everything seems to be. All of the items and objects you are looking at seem strange, bizarre, intriguing, and mystical. And even as you all start wandering in, one of the stall workers slides up towards you all. This robust, round, brown-skinned man with very curly-looking hair that looks to be smooth on the very top and then comes back into a tight braid where it goes down all the way. Very wide-brimmed as well. As he moves up, you can smell the very thick cologne wafting off of him, which isn't unappealing, just very, very present around him. As he looks at you all, hello, how can I be of a service to you all today?
Oh, we're looking at the wares in the bazaar, seeing what is interesting and what we can discover.
Well, look no further. Come here, look at my goods. I have many different bizarre items. It's a play on word because we're in a bazaar, but they are strange and
Yes,
bizarre.
I slightly chuckled. It was amusing.
Oh, I didn't hear the chuckle. Okay.
Somewhat expected, but amusing.
I guess that is to be expected when you deal business, huh? Come on over. We have all multitudes of various items. How about a lamp that smokes the area around it? Now, this smoke is non-lethal, of course, unless, of course, you're asthmatic. It was found smoking out inside of, a faraway land. It was placed onto an island that looked like this shroud of constant mist around it, and only by exploring it did somebody realize it was literally just this lamp that was keeping it ever omnipresent and filled with smoke.
I was wondering the same thing. Was there a
You
sword?
recognize it, Casimir?
Was there a sword that happened to be found nearby it?
A what?
Does it look familiar?
Was there a what nearby it? A saw?
A sword.
A sword. Why, yes, there was actually a sword nearby, but that is not in... Someone else purchased it. And yes, Kaz, it does look very familiar to you.
Huh. Do you happen to know who purchased it?
I
The
don't...
sword, that is.
I don't keep tabs on who purchases things unless they spend a very large amount of money.
And you found that here?
Well, it was on a faraway land. Not here.
here but this world.
Yes, of course.
Right.
And what about this item? They go over and they pull out this very fine, large-looking rug. This rug is ingenious of craft, and look at the pattern they imbued into it. Feel the material they used in its craft.
I will examine this rug.
It feels soft. The patterns are clearly arcane infusings, but they infuse the arcane markings in order to make it look like a pattern inside of the rug. That honestly is a very beautiful and creative thing, Lucian. Now, the beauty of this rug is when you unfurl it, and he flicks it out very loudly, snapping it in the air. Yip, yip. It stiffens in the air.
Nice. So it's a rug of flying?
It doesn't move that fast, unfortunately. But it can carry a great deal of many things, including yourself. And tell me, is there a better way? He climbs up, and it takes him a little effort to climb up to the thing that's about waist high and sits cross-legged. And better way to cruise around town? He reclines backwards with his elbow and just starts floating around in circles.
What is the top speed of this conveyance?
Oh, if I had to put it into D&D terms, 15 feet per round.
Oh dear.
But it can carry up to 900 pounds worth of weight on it.
How much is something like this?
He starts laughing and looking at you, Vindir, with a knowing look. That's not how our bazaar works.
Well, you have to explain it to them. They're foreigners.
Oh, I apologize.
Is this another place that doesn't use money?
What? Of course we use money. What are we, barbarians?
Yeah.
Well, I asked you
No
how much,
offense,
and
he
you
says over at
giggled knowingly.
It's...
No, I'm going to the amphitheater, remember?
Oh, I apologize. Never mind.
Okay.
What are we, barbarians? Of course we take gold. Money makes the world go round. No, you give me an offer, and then we start our haggle. And of course, if you give an insulting offer, I just outright deny you any service because, well, my wares are not that lowly.
Well, this is a curiosity. I was just trying to see what the ballpark was. There's I know there's haggling, but there's usually a starting amount.
And I allow you to start as the visitor.
Well,
How much would you spend on something like this?
I don't know.
10
It
gold?
seems interesting, but
1,000?
it's slow and you have to get it out. And don't always have time for all that. I was just trying to make conversation.
It's a luxury item. That can also be good if you plan on purchasing, say, 2 full stalls of food.
Maybe it might help you compare it to see if there's anything else. You see there is full range of wares.
Oh, yes. Well, not everything we have is magical in nature. It's just these are usually our most talked about items as of late, until they move, of course. But we do have an assortment of various rings with gemstones in them, toe rings, nose rings, nipple rings, other rings, as well as various different bracelets, gauntlets, guards, ooh. We have a few amulets as well. Ooh, one of them is even magical. Look at this amulet right here. This beauty of construct as you look at it deeply. And you see it has this strange-looking crystal at the end of it. This right here is the Cork Stop amulet. So, do any of you happen to have a potion of some kind on you?
I have a few.
May
I
I?
mean, he can probably see potions.
He's being a salesman.
Yeah, I'll give him a potion.
Now, you see, typically you have a normal cork, and he takes off your cork and places it down on the table beside. However, with the Cork Stop amulet, he dips the amulet in, and as the amulet goes into the potion, he draws the amulet back out, and all of the liquid disappears, and then the crystal turns red instead.
So it holds the contents of a potion within it?
It does. But the fun thing about this is when it breaks or shatters, it heals. Whoever it hits, of course. And then it'll regenerate the next day. You just have to put a new potion in it, you know?
That's interesting.
May I demonstrate?
All right.
You seem like a very strong individual, looking at you, Casimir. Would you be so brazen as to cut your palm?
Sure. And I would just bring out Epilogue and just slash right across my palm.
Blood squirting everywhere. Give
There
me
you
an
go.
attack roll, Casimir.
Would you say this was reckless?
Yes, I would.
I knew you were gonna crit
I
yourself.
crit against myself.
Alright, get
Why
that
you
crit
critting
in there.
yourself? Why you critting yourself?
Sink. There goes my finger. Fuck. Roll that extra crit damage.
I mean, I'll heal it up.
I know.
Ah.
It's just. Let's
But
see
it's
how
an extra.
gruesome this is in the middle of the shop.
Please do not be alarmed. Subject Casimir is very sturdy. Bulkhead will say in very like canned voice.
So, as blood goes squirting everywhere, wow, and he takes the crystal and very quickly pinches and slams it into your palm where it shatters. Casimir, you take 1 additional piercing damage from this. However, roll 2d4 plus 2 for healing. So you took 58
Only 53.
points.
No, because I didn't roll a natural 20.
Oh,
It
okay.
was a
Yeah,
crit. I forgot
only
about that part.
53. Yeah, and then you heal for 7.
Yes.
Well, he goes over to his side area and brings out another potion of healing and hands that to you, Lucian. Your replacement. I was just demonstrating the item
Thank
for
you.
you. Yes, of course. But yes, and this little ditty can house inside of it up to 6 health potions at a time.
Such an item is very, very interesting to me. I am a connoisseur of potions and healing.
I couldn't tell.
Yes.
That mean if it contains 6 and then you break it, do all 6 apply at once?
Oh, of course.
That could be very useful.
I agree. So,
Do you think that would also work with your ring?
Oh, I'm sure it would.
Nothing. Don't worry about it. We just have maybe some of our own things.
I have
as well.
many tricks up my sleeve.
oh, you're a collector. I knew I sensed something about you, and a acolyte as yourself. Lucian,
But you have to provide the potions. It seems useful, but could be very situational.
I believe the situation is when it is most needed.
Seems worth in the neighborhood of 150 gold.
Ooh, you see, I was more hoping for something closer to the 800 mark.
Well, perhaps, but it doesn't create the potions.
No.
You're still out of pocket those items, and it uses them all at once, even if you only need a little bit. It's an interesting item.
I agree. But I think its uniqueness and versatility is what really speaks wonders for it. So if you don't like 800, perhaps you would like a different number?
It is an interesting item.
High five.
Yeah, it seems we could split the difference and go 500.
Still feels like I'm getting cheated a little bit. What about 580?
They're newcomers. They're foreigners. They could bring you more business by talking about you to other foreign friends.
You know what? For Vindia, 500 is a deal.
All right, I think I can do that.
Wonderful. An extra 2,000 I'll throw in the carpet.
I have other ways to get around that aren't so cumbersome. But
luxurious.
this amulet is definitely going to see some use.
Very well. 500 gold. And you know what? You strike me as a sapphire man.
Sapphires are nice.
And a man who does enjoy luxury. He takes out a very small sapphire set silver band and hands it over to you. It is a pinky ring, and I think it'll suit you very nicely.
Okay. Wait, so he gave me a ring?
Yeah.
Just a sapphire ring?
It's sapphire set with a silver band.
Okay.
For a first-time customer.
I appreciate that.
You are most welcome. And how about you, sir, with the excess of blood that you clearly don't need?
What about me? What else have you got?
Well, we have this ever-smoking lamp, as well as the carpet, and anything else magical, I don't think there's anything else that might sit out for you, at least at my shop.
Perhaps I'll check in a couple of others. Though as I say that, I am going to use a charge of magic awareness and see if there's anything else that's lingering around that you might not be pointing out.
All right, roll me a perception check. Let's see what you see.
Oh no, this is it. Shows me them. I know the location of any
Oh,
magic
this isn't
item.
detect magic. It's okay.
Yes.
All right, cool.
This is barbarian magic bullshit.
So, when you pop your magical awareness, there's this blink of the golden necklace he has underneath his chin. On his neck, kind of the same area, as well as a gold ring he has on his index finger. You can sense the boots he is wearing are also magical, as well as a ring within the generic ring collection.
I'll look for the ring.
You go over and pick it up. It appears to be a platinum band with a very nice oval-shaped ruby in it. Very large as well, about that big.
Maybe I'll just go for something a bit mundane.
Mundane.
Your jewelry collection is quite nice.
I would agree. And I have to mention, your hands are very absent of any type of jewelry. Tell me, what do you consider yourself to be as a man of this world?
How do you mean?
Well, do you view yourself as a leader? Do you view yourself as a noble? Do you view yourself as a intriguing person? Maybe an offensive man? Maybe a loving, endearing, spoken-for one? Or perhaps a lazy one? And he'll wiggle his pinky at you.
Probably the last one. Violence, sure. I don't want something to just break as soon as I punch them with it, but I do also have it on a ring being crafted for me. So, I suppose this one, and he would like gesture to like his index finger, but also the second, like his middle finger. These ones are kind of spoken for, because the other ring is probably going to be too big for the single ring, like for the single finger.
Well, good thing a man has two hands.
True. So how much for this little thing, then?
Little? I've
It's
never
just
been
a
so
ring.
offended. It is a very glorious, large set gem, and look at the craftsmanship of the platinum for the setting itself. It sits and hugs the gem as to make sure it does not scratch it or leave any blemishes upon it. It isn't built like many of the barbaric ones that hook inside and pierce into the gem, slowly breaking it over the ages. This is a beautiful, masterfully crafted ring. And I think I would like your first offer.
100 gold?
See, I was thinking closer to 2.
I can meet you in the middle, 150.
155. And I'll forget about the offense of calling it little.
160, but you polish it before I leave.
With spit and with a rag. He'll take it from you, and he doesn't actually spit on it. He pulls out a proper solution and treats it very nicely.
I'll hand over the gold.
Take it, hand it back to you. Enjoy.
Thank you. I have no idea what this is, but it looked magical and he didn't speak about it.
Yeah. It's in the general collection of things.
Exactly, so I was like, might just be something he doesn't know is magical.
Yeah.
So I'll like take it to Bulkhead and go like, hey, what is this? It's magical, but I don't know what.
He will cast Identify.
Okay. Hard cast?
It'd probably be... mean, I could technically ritual cast it, but that's a whole like
10
setup and
minutes.
everything.
Yeah.
I'll
So
just regular cast.
you hold it up to your monocle. While you're looking at it through your monocle, don't worry, it's real. Also, would you all be interested in some Slixney oil for your automaton?
What is that?
Slixney oil. It
Yes,
helps
what
with
is it?
joints and crevices and keeps it well lubricated.
Oh, he's already well maintained.
We'll get some anyway.
Well, they are static pricing, 10 gold a jar.
Let's just take a jar.
Very well. He reaches over and hands you over a jar of this this large, very properly proportioned looking oil. And Bulkhead, that's going to feel nice on your everything.
Very good quality oil. Thank you.
Wow, I've never heard an automaton speak that much. Anyways,
Pleasure doing business with you, but I think we may check out a couple of other places.
feel
Yes.
free to come back whenever you would like. Oh, by the way, this is the Dali shop. Don't forget it.
We won't. It's a Dalek shop.
So what's the ring?
Seeing as the town you are in is meant for adventurers level 3 to 6, that is a ring of protection +1.
Be a ring of protection.
Which, for only 160 gold, is a steal.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Not necessarily
Uh,
useful for us, but
Yeah.
very good price. We could make a pretty penny flipping it in the laboratory.
Why don't you give it to the child?
Ring
No.
of protection is attunement, right?
Yeah, it is. Realistically, what I'll keep this for is whenever we need to trade a magic item for one of our lives, because it happens more often than
So, while all of this is happening, we had head his way out over to the Celestial Amphitheater. And I think we're
Mhm.
going to go on break. And when we come back, we'll see what you experience over there. We'll be right
Yeah.
back.
wasn't sure if we're gonna keep on talking about redneck soap operas or not.
Redneck soap operas. That is the best way to talk about professional wrestling. Anyways, welcome back, everybody. Where last we left off, the party had split its ways here inside of Astral Haven. Sorry, working on everything. Many of you went to the bazaar to buy some things, and then one of you decided to go to the beautiful amphitheater.
Got any shows going on?
As you wander over there, you see the mountains themselves seem to have a large chunk, a crater carved out inside of them, and creates this divot of stairs that angle downwards. There's multiple other little showrooms like this one across the landscape, but one of them is more grand than the rest. And as you are walking over, there seems to be a man who stands in front of a red ribbon, a red rope. And as you get towards it, he holds his hand out expectantly towards you. Oh, that's the wrong
Oh,
song.
I need to buy a ticket, or is this give you gold?
Oh, you must purchase your way into the arena. I'm gonna call it an arena.
Where do I buy my way?
Right here, you buy your way, and you give
Okay.
me gold, and then you can be here.
How much?
Well, 1 gold.
Okay. I'll hand him gold.
Hey, nice, thank you. Enjoy. Where the hell
I'll
did
go
that
through.
song go? Is it this one? There we go. Oh no, that's the town. Sorry. There it is. As you begin walking down the large stairs, you see this multitudes of various different performances taking place. There's individuals rehearsing for a play. There's individuals currently tapping their feet in rhythmic positions, and it honestly sounds very catchy. And then you see individuals who seem to be performing without making a single sound, and it's creepy and weird, and there's some instinct in you to get away from that. But then you see something that is astonishing to you. You see these individuals that are squatted low to the ground, stretching their legs from side to side, and they seem to be dashing towards one another with the intent of not touching, but to acrobatically maneuver and athletically slide around them while getting as close as possible without actually making contact with either one of them. It's like fighting, but dancing.
Chicken. I will watch this because this is definitely something I'm interested in.
As you sit there watching about 5 or 6 individuals doing this performance, eventually a halfling man wanders over towards you and holds up a bag that has this very strange-looking item inside of it. All of them look very chaotically proportioned. It's white, but there's definitely some like butter on top as well. And he holds his bag up. Popcorn.
Lovely, thank you.
Not the whole bag.
Oh.
Take a handful.
Oh.
Damn.
I'll take a handful.
And you try popcorn for the first time, and it is marvelous. No
What is
nutritional
this?
benefit whatsoever. It's corn that's been heated up properly.
Really?
Yeah, that's why we call it popcorn. When you heat it, it pops.
I'm gonna have to bring this back. I'm gonna have to tell the guys. I want to eat. Like, thank you.
You're welcome. You enjoy the Marauder show?
Why, yes.
Mhm.
I'm enjoying it very much. I appreciate their movements and timing of what they're doing.
It is a remarkable skill for them to have. It's a part of a long monastery's tradition here within our town.
Really?
Mm.
I didn't know you had a monastery in town.
Oh, multiple There's a lot of various religions that happen about this town and neighborhood.
Thanks for letting me know.
You're most
what-
welcome.
So, is this one particular monastery, or is this like a bunch of them coming together?
Oh, this is just one of the monasteries. We call them the Mountains Reign of the Dews.
That's a mouthful of a name, but I
Yeah, we
like it.
shorten it down to the Mountain Dews.
You out of character. Mountain Dew. Don't tell me they're wearing green.
Oh, of course they are.
They're wearing multiple different colors because Mountain Dew comes in more than just green nowadays.
Excuse me, don't correct me when I'm speaking. These are the low-level ones, just green.
God.
Thinking I didn't fucking think of that already.
I just gotta make sure Livewire and Code Red get their
Oh, I haven't
their
had live wire in
dues.
so long.
Or voltage.
Voltage was good. Anyways, it's a really intriguing performance, wouldn't you say?
Yes. I am trying to see if I can learn what they're doing.
Oh well, let's introduce you to a few of them. Here, come with me. And he grabs
Okay.
your very furry, thick hair and starts dragging you. His hand cannot physically grasp around your arm or probably like
I'll
your
let-
pinky.
I'll let him lead the way.
As he brings you down the stairs, he moves you up towards one of them. This one here is Willie. Willie! One of them stops maneuvering and looks over at you, and his eyes go wide. Hi.
Hello, my name is Ergwald. You can call me
He speaks awfully pretty. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And that's also why I fed him. He shakes the bag a little bit.
That stuff is good.
Yeah, have another handful.
Take a handful.
So, what can I do for you today?
Well, I was watching your performance and I was intrigued by it. I'm trying to figure it out, see if I can learn.
Oh, well, it's all about a performance of harmony. We are trying to express our abilities without hurting anybody. It's a testament to our restraint and our practical abilities as well. It's how we move with one another, how we synchronize, and how we, well, celebrate. The goal of it is to maneuver around one another and anticipate your partner's movements and don't ever touch them, but get as close as you can to build up that fluid connection.
Wouldn't mind, I'd like to give it a try.
Oh, absolutely. Here, I'll partner up with you real quick. Try not to move too fast to begin with. And as he starts maneuvering, I need you to give me an acrobatics check to find your proper tempo with him.
I'm actually proficient in this. Dang.
14. Hey, that's not bad. It's difficult considering the portions that you are and the portions that they are. You're overshadowing them a lot with your movements, but you're starting to maneuver to, move more slowly, fluidly with everything happening. As that is going on, he begins doing larger bends and larger lunges to maneuver around you, and as you see him doing that, you start to take in what is happening, and now I need you to roll an athletics check. This is him moving faster but being the smaller partner, and you maneuvering around him in response to what he is doing. You are so much better at that, and he seems to be struggling to keep up with you, and At the end of doing this for about 5 or 6 minutes, for the first time in months, you're a little winded.
Dang. Good workout.
You do your cardio days, but let's admit it, 7 compared to 18, you sometimes skip.
Just a little bit.
Wow, I'm surprised. Most of the time, big fellas like you aren't that nimble.
Oh, you can't focus too much on one area. You gotta have some whole.
Yeah, well, you definitely should have stretched before you started, and he slaps you on the back, and you feel like a very tight knot just pop into place. And yep.
Good idea.
Always stretch, friend. Always stretch. Hey, come by whenever you want. We'll be happy to do some more techniques and patterns with you.
I'll gladly come by again. Thank you.
Thank you. And you go to sit down and still take notes on what they're doing and watch carefully and participate in your own,
Theater of the mind.
Yeah.
My character's theater of the mind.
Yes. And after doing this for about 20, 25 minutes, 30 minutes go by, and you do get more popcorn, but you have to purchase it from the vendors around here. It's 1 silver for a big-ass bag, which
I'll just give
is
him a gold.
very expensive. Oh, fuck yeah. They'll just give you 10 bags. Thanks.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
I gotta bring some back. Gotta reproduce this.
It's literally corn.
Yeah, but I gotta show them how good it is first. They won't believe me.
Ah, yeah. That's fair. That's fair. Your friends in town.
Yeah, they went to the bazaar.
Tomorrow night, we're having a phenomenal performance.
What time?
Dusk. When dusk begins, all of our greatest performers and singers are going to be gracing our stage with glorious performances of their vocal capacities and capabilities, playing many of our hit songs within town as well. We call this event karaoke.
Karaoke. Okay.
Karaoke.
I will let them know.
Please do. Pre-order your tickets before you leave. It's only a gold apiece to pre-order. If you show up at the gate, you're gonna have to pay 2 gold apiece.
How many people on the when do you guys 6?
6, Liara.
Yep. All right, I'll give him 6.
Also the child, Melissa.
Did Joe get in for free?
How old?
Out of character, is she like what?
She's a toddler.
She's a toddler, so I'll be like 4 or 5.
Oh, yeah. They'll come in for free, no problem.
Okay.
Best of luck. Goodbye. And
Bye-bye.
So, you
Believe it or
all...
not.
Huh?
Ergwald sees himself as an artist, and so he's got to appreciate.
Hell yeah. So, you all meet up over at the Mystic Springs Retreat. Now that dusk has befallen this area, the retreat itself, Vindir, has a very lovely little dining area that has a multitude of vegetarian options on their table. Across the street, there's a barbecue shack because wherever people promote vegetarianism, barbecue shacks just set up shop and do phenomenally well.
Nice.
Kind of rude.
Kind of true. If you ever look at reviews of vegetarian places that are kind of like not that great, look up the closest barbecue place to them. Wildly successful.
I live in a small town in the Midwest.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyways, so there's no vegetarian restaurants.
What are you talking about? They got collard greens, I'm sure. Oh no, you said Midwest, not South. Never mind.
I mean, it's a little bit of both.
Gotcha.
I'm going to give the guys the popcorn. Like, here, try this.
Oh, you went to the arena.
Yes, the amphitheater. They actually have a show going on tomorrow. It'd be cool. I'm gonna go.
Thing.
What did you say, Lucian? You cut off there.
Said, oh, interesting. Like about the show tomorrow. So does
Guys, I'm-
popcorn not exist in other places? Like, is this like a?
Not where I'm from.
In most places, popcorn hasn't been like wildly accepted or found. Remember, Zodiac is kind of a backwater world.
Yeah, but I mean, corn exists, and so does Firebolt. I imagine someone has figured out popcorn.
Yeah, someone has accidentally stumbled upon it, but a lot of people keep that as a closely kept secret because corn's cheap. So yeah, he hands out a bag of popcorn to each of you.
Okay.
That's good stuff.
It's real good, but oh god, it gets stuck in your teeth.
I have no idea what bugbear teeth are like. I don't think it might be a problem.
You got a couple of fangs, and you're mostly Yeah, they're definitely like carnivore teeth, so mostly sharpened. You're fine.
So, what's tomorrow's show supposed to be about?
It's gonna be a I guess you call it collage, or a whole bunch of things going on, not just one. Variety show, I guess you call it.
Interesting.
I already got tickets, so if you want it, just come to me, I'll get you a ticket.
Are we still going to be here tomorrow?
Figured we would.
Debatable. Depends, I guess.
Well, if we have tickets, we might as well.
When was the next alignment?
That is not for certain. It's just these two were the points of interest that you guys saw, so you wanted to come here and investigate to see what you could find out. There's no guaranteed anything, unfortunately.
All right. Just making sure it wasn't gonna be like, dude, we gotta like be at a place and tomorrow.
Yeah, no. This is you guys are investigating to see where you can find cultists or what they're doing, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, but we gotta
Alright.
have some fun too. I'll work on no blade and make back adult boy.
True.
Well, hard to play when you don't have a universe.
Understandable. Think this is your universe though?
So, do we want to do the spa now and then go to the observatory?
I'm fine with that, since we're already here.
It's up to you. Either way, I was going to go while you all slept.
Go where? I didn't understand that.
To the sauna.
Oh.
To the resort place.
Oh, okay.
You can do that now if you want. Either way, I was going to slip out. You don't need sleep, but I don't.
Mm-hmm.
Or do we want to do work first and then we can just enjoy the night at the resort?
I think we should do that.
Yeah.
Let's do that then. We do the work and investigate places and things.
Okay.
Alright, I will start leading them to the observatory.
Okay. Heading up towards the side of the mountain. Next description. Nestled on top of the craggy heights of Thunder Peak, the observatory stands as a beacon of knowledge and mystique. Carved seamlessly into the mountainside, the structure merges seamlessly with the natural rock formations. Its domed towers reaching towards the sky, the exterior is adorned with ethereal runes that softly glow in various hues, reflecting the celestial enchantments that infuse the region. As you ascend the stone path leading to the observatory, you are greeted by the mesmerizing sights of cascading waterfalls, their crystalline water sparkling with a radiant, otherworldly glow. The air carries a faint scent of rare herbs and flowers that thrive in the mountain's magical aura. The panoramic view from the observatory's balconies reveals a tapestry of landscapes from verdant valleys to distant snow-capped peaks. As you are ascending up here, the other thing that you notice is how dark it is compared to everywhere else. The glow from the markings on the runes don't seem to express exactly, well, any actual light pollution at all. Lucian, being the foremost master of Arcana in this party, you would understand that this is in order to protect the purpose of the observatory, cancel out as much light pollution as possible, and you can divine much more easily. And considering this is one of the only realms on the outskirts of the universe, it has a very keen observation opportunity here. You get up to the front doors, rasp just a few times, and then a monk opens the door. Vendir, their eyes go wide when they see you, and they smile immediately.
Oh, Vendir, pleasure to see that you're here and well.
This is Crepsley, a very strange, creepy old man who speaks very cryptically and weird. He is a divination wizard, after all, so they tend to be like that. But from all of your interactions with him in the past, has never meant you any harm.
Okay. I have some questions for you.
Yes, of course, Vendir. And who are these fine specimens you bring with you here today?
New friends I just made.
Hello. Pleasure, new friends. Nice to meet you all.
They smile, and all of you get a little chill up your spines when they do so.
Pleasure is ours. This is a fine observatory.
Thank you. I do my best to maintain it. I must ask, why am I being interrupted during my nightly servicings?
That sounds so wrong.
By what do you mean?
Never mind. Well, we have some questions about some planetary alignments.
Oh. Well, I'd be more than happy to answer some inquiries for the legendary Vendir and their menagerie of unique specimens.
Okay, you're freaking me out right now, buddy. But do we have any lunar or solar eclipses happening in the relative near future?
May I check the logbook?
Oh yeah, please.
Would you all like to enter the premises?
Certainly.
Very well.
Please.
They creak open the door, and eyes lock onto yours, Casimir.
You are invited inside.
Thank you.
Then they look over at you, Lucian.
You are invited inside.
Wait, why
Okay.
do you need to be invited?
It's polite.
He'll look over at you,
You're invited inside.
Oh, okay.
Then he looks at Vendir.
Of course, you are invited inside.
I think it's like some magic thing.
Yes, it is.
It is. Yes. That's why I was wondering. Never mind.
And he does not acknowledge Bulkhead.
Hey, he needs to be invited inside too.
Why? autonomous
real.
construct. Yes, a real construct. I didn't believe he was an
No, 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 no.
illusion.
No, he's real.
By what do you mean?
He has a soul.
That is very peculiar.
Yeah, you touch him though, we're gonna have problems.
I would never be so brazen as to go against you, Vindia. However, he locks eyes with you, Bulkhead. You are invited inside.
Thank you.
Stepping in. Within the observatory's grand halls, vast libraries house tomes of astronomical lore and ancient prophecies. Mage scholars huddle over arcane diagrams, deciphering the secrets of the stars. A central astrium, bathed in soft celestial light, features a colossal orrery depicting the dance of celestial bodies. Observers peer through the telescopes, capturing glimpses of distant constellations and celestial events. Looking in here, this is probably the second most fancy observatory any of you have ever seen. The first one, obviously, being on the Ibis light lines. You wish to see our logs? Very well. Do you suspect foul play of some variety? Is that why you are here?
It's possible.
How
Do I
intriguing.
notice any culty vibes?
Give me an insight check. Let's see how good your vibes of cults are. You've been around enough of them by now.
Yeah. Right.
Well,
Nothing in particular. You do see that a lot of the other mages and scholars here are nowhere near as creepy as this individual is.
And I'll kind of make small talk. I want to kind of inquire. So, do you have issues with people entering and doing things when they're not invited? It seems like you had to lower your protections to allow us to enter.
Oh, on the contrary, our protections are never lowered. They just are adapted. And yes, in the past we have had issues and situations of individuals coming here to prosper unbeholdenly. People trying to glean when the next financial opportunity would strike for their, well, friends and family, as well as individuals to figure out when rulership of different lands would perish. Those people come here sneaking and trying to steal the information in order to potentially change all of our hard work. And of course, divination is a very strange practice in nature itself. It always changes and varies based off of what individuals are doing with it, what they seek, what actions they take. So gleaming into it and trying to alter the future rarely works out in your favor. It is for the public's safety as well as our safety.
Well, some would say that the future isn't written and that what you do can have great effects upon it.
Yes. You seem to be an intellectual. What is your preference of study?
I am a student of many kinds of magic, but I mainly focus on
Drinking?
What?
Drinking. He said drinking.
Drinking.
I
That's-
mean,
that's part of everything, yeah, but I focus more on the interactions of time and its manipulation and such.
do romantic study then.
Yes.
Marvelous. Marvelous, marvelous, marvelous. I must say, it's very rare you find somebody who's willing to do that.
It's a harder discipline to understand. It's a lot less straightforward than some.
As a small challenge, then, he'll pick up a book and hand it over to you. Can you gleam through our research and find the answer that you are seeking? Or must you have me do it for you?
No, I'm capable of understanding records.
He'll hand you the tome and stand close enough that you can feel the hot exhale of his breath.
I will put on my magical reading spectacles.
Hell
and
yeah, it's been
Take a look
forever.
at the book here.
Ah, yes. Still one of my favorite magical items.
Helps me read. Twice fast.
Reading, 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 reading. So, go ahead and roll me your Arcana check. See if you can glean what their research and study exudes.
I'll use my game advantage. It's too bad it's not investigation. I'm better at that.
The next eclipse will be solar in nature, and it appears to be about 1 month from now on this realm.
Yeah, according to these records, a solar eclipse will be occurring in the next month or so.
You're a very quick study, sir. There. I've helped you with your goals, Vindia. Shall I consider this one of the 3 IOUs that our facility has towards you?
Well, we're not done looking through the records.
Mm-hmm.
You wish to find more information, then?
Yes.
Very well.
Lucian, can you cross-reference the dates in the journal to anything? I can't say the word right now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think that'll be too difficult.
Thank you.
Color me pink. I am curious. Let me observe. And he'll just still standing right there, Lucian.
Is there somewhere we can go to do this, or are we just going to stand in the middle of the room?
Do you seek privacy in your endeavors?
A little bit. I mean, I'm not too concerned, but
I think he seeks comfort more than privacy.
you know, like a table, somewhere to sit.
You sit on tables.
No, those are 2 different sentences.
Oh, very well. Yes, we have a silenced chamber, if you would like, but that would make it very difficult for you to inform one another about your findings.
Yeah, that's a little excessive.
How about then?
Just my companion and I, we have some of our own records, and we wanted to kind of cross-reference, and it would be easier if we could lay things out and talk amongst ourselves.
Well, in that case, we do have the one facility which is relatively empty right now.
Okay.
It is where we house and record all of the, how do I say this, potential futures and aspirations of children being born. We call it the nursery.
All right.
But yeah, we could bring you to the nursery so you can find what you are looking for. He wanders with you all through these halls for just a short period of time until you come across a few doors, and he heads over to the one and unlocks the door. Once you get inside, you can gleam that this room is relatively untouched, probably for some extended period of time. None of the books are out of place. None of the tomes look fresh. The ink wells are all empty. However, you do notice that there appears to be one person sitting down at a table right now. They seem to be looking at a book that is shut at this table. When you all appear, they look up and over towards you all. Pale human. Wow. Yes, Observator. Is there something I can do for you? You can leave. Of course, Observator. As soon as the human squeezes past all of you, they give a curt smile and head nod, and then he will turn towards you all. You all have access to the room now. Privacy, a table, a chair. Is there anything else I can do for you? Would you like me to deliver some tea? Perhaps seeped exactly 25 times?
That sounds unnecessary. I don't want to speak for everyone, but I'm not that thirsty right now.
He'll look over now at you, Vindir.
Sorry, you have to repeat that. My wife was talking.
He was being sarcastic, asking if he could, seep some tea for all of you if you need anything else.
Oh, no.
Very well. I'm going to get back to doing my job. Goodbye. The door will be locked
Thank
on
you.
the other side. If you feel the need, then just break it down to exit, but I will be returning shortly. They leave and lock you all inside. Everybody has a very creepy feeling about this individual.
Probably for good reason.
What's the deal with that guy?
I don't know, man. He's always been kind of creepy.
Anyways, get to business.
All right, Bulkhead. Let's cross-reference these records. I'm sure the two of us can get this done fairly easily.
I agree.
Alrighty, so I would like an investigation check from each of you. Or one helping the other, either way.
And
I will help.
guidance.
I will help Lucian.
All right.
Can I intimidate the papers to give you the information I need?
Not in this specific encounter.
Hey, figured I could try.
Yeah. In the future. I have had people intimidate very, strange, things in the past.
Got a 33.
Ooh.
Add a D4 because I guidance you.
Hey.
Oh, nice. I missed that. Let's get over. There you go. 35.
Hey, there we go.
So, cross-referencing. Tell me specifically what it is you guys are looking for here.
Astrological events to dates he was at different locations.
Hmm. So, you glean.
And also kind of wanted, because sometimes the alignments are specific to areas. So if the times and locations, like sort of like a two-pronged layering of coincidence, if that helps us determine more important alignments.
Okay. So, in your research, you see the last major eclipse that occurred was, in fact, the Obsidian Spire was the location where that happened. That was but a couple of weeks ago. During that time, there was apparently 6 distinct anomalies that were observed here. The anomalies were listed as dark magic, just blanketly dark magic. Previous to that, you do correlate the Thunder Peak Observatory, when him being here, as when one of these lunar eclipses happened. Now, during that time, there was a marking of 3 more anomalies that occurred on that specific day, all of which were labeled as prophetic magic.
Interesting.
Mhm.
Is he? He said he's going back to work. Does that mean he's not even close to us anymore?
He is the head observer, so he is the one in charge of the very large telescope that watches everything. So he is very far away, yes.
Okay. Let's see if I have it ready.
Not certain, but there does seem to be an increase in these anomalies.
And that means what?
Well, I mean, I'm not positive what the anomalies themselves are, but we do know that they're seeking prophecy and Ixiom's release, so
Yeah, but
they
we're the
might be
only ones that-
related,
We're the only ones that know the prophecy, though.
but they
Yes.
might be trying to, that prophecy came originally from somewhere, and they might be trying to learn it through the root instead of the way we found it.
They could be trying to brute force it by manipulating various things.
So what are we ultimately hoping to get out of this?
A clue to where she is.
We could try just bringing her to us.
Possibly, but
We've done it before.
she could be shielding herself from detection similar to the way that I do it. And there's no guarantee even a spell as powerful as Gate couldn't be circumvented. She's not an idiot. If it were that easy, we could just do it. We need to outsmart her.
I'm just wondering what this will actually achieve. Because I don't. She knew that we were going to come for the child.
The
So she knew that we were going to come here. Or at the very least, like, to that temple before. Maybe not to the city, but
Yeah.
how many tracks has she really left?
The hope is that by gleaning where the next anomaly is, we would be able to get the drop on her if that necessarily correlates with where she's attempting to do any sort of untoward actions. If this solar eclipse aligns with the marking on the Solaris Oasis, then it could be related to her and would give us an idea of where she's going.
Would, but the next one seems to be a month away.
True.
Yeah, but they
That's
gotta,
what-
they have to plan and, you know, do things.
Yes, but
And-
that's normally grunt work.
And
What I'm meaning is I don't think she would be there.
that's true, but even if she knew that we were going to, come here to save the child, she didn't know we were going to discover this bishop's secret journal and the other information we found about what the grunts were doing. It may not necessarily help us find her, but it could give us good clues as to what she may be planning.
As well as give us an idea of any possible sects that are overrun with cultists. We could clear them out. Ultimately, we are tasked with eliminating the Voidweavers, full stop. That doesn't just end with her. Once we have to eliminate the entire disease, not just the biggest threat.
I don't necessarily believe that we can clear an entire universe of a belief. It is essentially a religion at this point. Like, I don't think it goes that far that we need to wipe out every person that ever believes in it. I'm just wondering if the next thing is a month. That's a long time away. She could be anywhere in this universe by then. Perhaps we might need to start looking into other ways to do this. Because if the only clue that we have right now is the next thing that she might possibly be at is a month away, that's far too long.
True, but
Where
she does
is-
have.
Where is the next event taking place?
The next eclipse is going to be a solar eclipse that is going to take place on Irene in 1 month. The eclipse will be seen by this entire hemisphere. So this entire coastline will experience it.
Okay.
Does that coincide with the Solaris Oasis?
What do you mean?
Like, is the Solaris Oasis in this hemisphere?
Oh, absolutely, yes.
Okay. Well, since it will be visible at the Oasis, and that was a specifically marked location within the things we found, that is likely the best clue we have when it comes to where she might be, as well as any other cultists that might be on this world.
We also don't know exactly why the bishop was here either. We're just assuming he was looking for the information that we are, but I'm gonna go ahead and send a sending to our creepy ass friend and ask him to please come down. We have more questions.
Already. He doesn't reply to the sending. But about 15 minutes later, the door unlocks. There's 3 knocks, a pause, 3 more knocks, a pause, and then 3 more knocks. Then he enters in. He walks over towards you all with a new sweat above his brow as he's looking towards you all very seriously. Yes.
The bishop that was insert date from journal here. What did he come seeking?
You mean the bishop from your church?
Mm-hmm.
Suppose you couldn't have just asked him.
He's dead.
Oh. And you still cannot ask him?
I killed him.
I've become weary.
He tried to stab me. He had abducted a small child and was preparing to sacrifice her.
Well, that is very uncouth.
Yes.
He came here under the explanation that he was just passing through the area to visit some inquiring minds about joining your church. He stayed within the limits of our city, of course. I believe he spent a little time at the retreat down in town. The nice one that you're very fond of.
They're very fond of me too.
Well, he stayed there. And apparently some of his friends were, how do we say, uninterested in his dealings in particular.
Okay.
Apparently he was trying to, I can't remember exactly what one of them said. It was convert people to your religion.
He was trying to convert people to his religion.
Whichever you would like to refer to it as.
He strayed from the road.
Oh. This is becoming more and more intriguing the more you speak.
What do you know of Exium?
That is not a word that we speak at this observatory, sir.
Okay. What do you know of the name that must not be spoken?
I know that there's been a great deal gleamed in the past, and I know the ley lines have took it upon themselves to gather up that information. I know that your holy lady sought this information through my organization recently, and that there was a new development in a pattern that would only happen on a celestial body type scale, not just a godly one.
Yeah. The destruction of everything we know.
Well, that does sound very unfortunate. And pray that it does not come to happen.
Well, that's why we're here.
Something major happened recently. Within the last week, I would say. The circumstance changed it greatly.
Did y'all do something a week ago?
Oh yeah. We thwarted a pretty big group from gaining the information about that entity's release.
You gained the information about its release?
No, not at all.
That's not
We
what I
just
said.
killed a lot of people to prevent anything.
Ah.
Once that we're interested in it. Are you interested in it? Would you like to join the cause?
I would not.
Good to know. It's best to say that way.
He smiles at you when you say it like that. You know, it is very dangerous divining. Sometimes the certain things you speak of and bring to prevalence can lead to a very dangerous event happening. Sometimes individuals don't like bad news of what they ask to know, and they like to attack you for it. I've been doing this job long enough to know that some information is better unknown.
Did the bishop attack you?
Not at all. The bishop had come up here to, well, observe what was happening. He seemed to have been, well, distracted while here. I would say that the bishop was seeking something, like he knew what he was looking for. And I have to conclude that it probably corresponds to what you are speaking of now, then.
Yes.
Well, any records of what we divined from that day have been sealed away here, but the information can be brought out for you all if you so desire.
Please.
One thing, knowledge of what is to pass is a very powerful thing, very dangerous thing. Would any of you like to not bear the burden of this knowledge after you learn what it is you have to do? I understand a spell and regiment that may assist in that endeavor, if you so desire.
Good to know. Personally, not too interested. But still, thank you.
Anybody else?
I don't believe so, but if the burden is too much, I will let you know.
Very well. I can take that memory out of your mind and place it in a jar. Then you would just have to find someone like me who can craft spells and have them place it back into your mind later on. If you need it. People under fucking estimate Mind Sliver. It is not Mind Sliver. God, what's the name of that spell?
Isn't it Encode Thoughts?
Encode Thoughts. Encode Thoughts is so fucking good. Take the memory out. Save it for later. Does your D&D character have trauma? Not anymore.
Yeah.
You're like Dumbledore in that little thing.
Exactly.
There might be some thoughts that we could use that on. We'll get back to you.
Very well. These services are not free, however. Each time I do this will be exhausting, so they will have to be utilized for the favors that we owe you and your church. Is that agreeable?
I believe that is.
Allow me to go fetch these divined events. I can sense a little mistrust amongst you all. Would one of you like to escort me?
Sure.
Very well. They go over towards the door and open it up, allow you to pass by, close it, lock them all in there again. He walks with you down this hallway, Casimir. Long hallway. Creepy. Mostly in the presence of this individual, but you've grown accustomed to creepy individuals' presence in general. You get over towards a staircase, towards the back end of this large observatory, one of the peaks and towers that it bends up into. He begins walking up very slowly with you behind him. Once he gets to the very top, he looks back at you. This room is enchanting in nature.
In what kind of way?
In the way that when you cross the threshold, you will not remember anything that happens past the threshold until after you leave. Unless, of course, you have a Fayish ancestry.
Probably once upon ago, but that kind of go. Don't worry about it. Things happened with that. So why don't you go and get me the thing, and I'll stand here and watch.
If you wish.
I'll send someone with you.
If you wish.
I'll just conjure an echo, and then transfer my consciousness into that. So I'm just looking through that.
Shadow Kaz following him.
Yep.
So, you get inside of this room, and it is the top of this round tower that has all of these different scroll shelves just lining all the way inside of the dome. You can see through your echo how he looks carefully at it and begins examining, looking at a reference card that he has, seeking out these various different divinings. He comes back a moment later with a total of 5. Well, I believe being thorough is probably warranted in this nature. One of these divinings is that a young child is going to become a king at the age of 9 in their land. I don't believe that has anything of importance, but I still brought it nonetheless.
I have no idea about that, but I'll take it, sure.
Very well. He carries the 5 scrolls, and you descend back down yet again. Once you get down, the door unlocks with all of you in it. And then he comes in carrying 5 scrolls and places them on the table. Here you are, all of you.
That seems kind of a small amount. I was expecting tomes and tomes.
What we glean is never that precise, of course. If it was, it would be an inevitable event, as we label them. And as you've read, none of these events were inevitable.
Regardless. Best of luck in your research. I'll sit over here in case you need me for anything. I assume since you are needing our information, my presence here is welcomed at minimum.
Yeah, you didn't attack me when I said its name, so I think we're fine.
And here I thought I was very sharp in my response. I should work on that.
Just a quick question.
Yes.
Are you in Iriarchy? I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right.
I'm sorry? Type out what you're trying to say. Iriarchy. The fuck is that?
That is what Garfield is.
Oh, that's right. Shit, I forgot about that. Area, okay.
That one, yes.
I am not.
Okay. Just had to ask.
Noted. Anyways, I will sit here quietly, waiting.
Menacingly.
Oh yeah, he doesn't really blink that much while he's watching you all either. He's just seated there.
Right, let's read these things.
Okay.
I'll just start going through them.
Okay. Sorry, let me get this done. Ugh. Okay, that's better. So, the first prophecy that you read. When the moon wears its cloak of silver, a young king born under a celestial alignment shall rise. In the dawning era, he will ascend to power, uniting realms and guiding people with wisdom and just rule. His destiny is written in the stars, and the path to his throne is illuminated by the celestial dance. The second one. As the lunar eclipse shadows dance upon the earth, the veil between realms thins. Whispers from forgotten spirits and ancient entities shall be heard by those who listen. Beware the secrets unveiled, for not all that echoes in the shadows bring comfort, as some truths may shatter the foundation of understanding. The third. When the moon's silvery gaze aligns with the forge of stars, a blade of celestial origin will be revealed. Crafted in the cosmic furnace, it seeks a wielder, destined to face a great darkness. The star-forged blade shall guide its bearer through the astral currents, revealing the path to confront an imminent cosmic threat. The fourth one. During the eclipse's embrace, ethereal threads of fate intertwine. Those who share this fleeting connection are bound by destiny's hand. Seek out the ephemeral bonds, for within them lies the key to unlocking hidden paths and transcending the boundaries of mortal understanding. Under the lunar eclipse's veiled brilliance, a celestial wanderer embarks on a journey across the tapestry of realms. Her path, marked by the constellations, weaves through arcane ley lines and astral gateways. To discern her destination, follow the stars that mirror her celestial voyage.
Can you copy and paste those for us, please?
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Thank you.
I just have to do that without any of the spoilers.
No, you can include them in it as well. It's fine.
Yeah, we're not gonna complain.
Listen, y'all pay good money. I'm giving you a good fucking story, all right? So, this is 5 strange prophecies. All players can see. Let me just make sure I didn't fuck that up anyway. Yep. There you go. As you're reading through all of them, it's becoming very clear to you all that these prophecies seem more on the nose than most celestial readings would be. Anybody who's proficient in Arcana would understand that prophecies are usually left much more open-ended, potentially whimsical, so that there's more wiggle room. Some of these prophecies have more definitive aspects to them than prophecies reasonably should have.
Next eclipse, was that going to be a lunar or a solar one?
Then-
Solar.
Yes.
Solar. When's the next lunar?
That has not been charted in our books yet.
Does anything that you're reading here spark, like, any other insight, anything else that we've seen or heard about? Are we able to glean more from this, from what we've experienced?
I mean,
Excuse me. Sorry.
what you read is what you got. What you glean
the
is what you
bishop-
get.
Did the bishop ask for anything like this when he was here?
Of course. And at the time that he was here, there was only the first 4. The 5th one came after he left for the evening.
In their charts, was there anything going to be happening, like a partial eclipse or any other, like, celestial or anything like that type of event taking place over that oasis?
Roll me a survival check.
You know what? I'm going to use advantage.
And you are referring to which oasis?
The other one that was the one that was circled. I can't think of the name right now.
Solaris Oasis. That one.
20.
We like 20. So, when you look at that, no such events were going to happen out there. Not anytime soon, at least. And while you're looking, the observer looks over at you. You are referencing something. May I inquire as to what?
Yes, I was trying to see. He had this location and an oasis both circled on a map. I'm trying to figure out why.
Which oasis?
The one you just said, Joey, and I already forgot again.
Solaris Oasis.
Thank you. Solaris.
Oh. Oh. Very strange. May I look?
Yeah.
This will be the third favor. He comes over to the table and looks at it. That day is an auspicious day for that oasis. You see, where it lies on our axis, typically it is on the exact same interaction as, well, the observatory. Everything that we experience, it will experience as well. But that day, the axis was tilted slightly for it, an event that happens cosmically every 60 years or so. And then to time out an eclipse that occurred at the same time, we're looking at once every 300,000 years.
And is the tilt supposed to happen with the next eclipse?
Well, it'll be tilted back to the opposite side for the next one. But that is a very strange event to occur. That means the information that could be gleaned there would have been different here. And I missed that opportunity. Huh.
You didn't see that coming.
No, I did not. That is what makes my job so intriguing.
You don't get out much, do you?
When you can see the universe, why waste your time walking through a garden?
Gotta enjoy the
Stop
little
and-
things.
Yeah, you gotta stop and smell the roses.
Sure. The roses.
Or the
So as it
parchment.
pertains to these prophecies, does the third prophecy about the Forge of Stars and the Cosmic Furnace, do those terms mean anything to Lucian? Like, do they have any significance that he might be able to gain more insight into what they're referring to?
Which one do you want to do first?
Well, I thought the Cosmic Furnace and the Forge of Stars were two terms for the same place.
They are, but which one are you inquiring about first?
The Forge of Stars.
Forge of Stars. Roll me a history check. Sorry,
Guidance.
this one is a religion check. The other one's a history check.
History.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Got some guidance.
Bolstering magic. I feel like you might need it.
Bolster that magic.
Flash of genius, just in case.
So it's a D4
Hey, not
and
your
a
character.
D3.
Your character doesn't do that. Ooh, 22.
So it's guidance and bolstering magic.
Yes, that's a D4 and a D3.
Come on.
628.
Still a
Okay,
damn
look-
good roll.
Let's bump that. Yeah, let's bump that over the 30 threshold with a flash of genius.
You have more flashes?
Yeah, I've since the last long rest, I've only used one.
I thought you used 3 of them. Yeah,
If
for
I
all of the
did-
checks that you guys were doing over, investigating and whatnot.
If I did, then I would have 2 left because I have 5 total. So if I use 3, I would have 2 left. So this is now number 4.
Okay. So that bumps you up to 6, 7, 8, 34, right?
33.
33.
33.
33.
Because it's plus 5.
Okay. Well, they're both pretty much the same number for us. So, you see the word, the cosmic furnace. Oh, you did history first, so not the
Yeah,
furnace.
this was Forge of Stars.
Okay, the Forge of Stars. The Forge of Stars is supposed to be a very powerful forge where the gods all at some point in time created their own special weapons. It is supposed to be an incredibly powerful forge that only powerful individuals who have some beholdence or purpose within their deity can actually wield what is crafted from it. And now religion check for the cosmic furnace.
Is that located in the heavens then?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
I think we do actually need to go to the heavens because what I
And
was
now we
looking
got-
at.
Religion. So bolstering magic remains, but not guidance, right?
Yeah, battle guidance again.
Yeah, but that's a
Yeah.
cantrip.
Stop. Have a barbarian cantrip.
Ooh, 11. D4.
I'll use a reroll to reroll that 11.
Yeah, good call.
Or use some luck points.
So just while you're rolling, with all the mentions of like celestial and everything, I do think it might be worthwhile going to the heavens. And the celestial monastery says that they have a portal to it. Might be able to fast travel.
So 29. Are we sticking to 29?
I'll use my last flash.
Last flash. Big
If
flash.
only we had a bard. We need a bard so we can get the whole fucking add everything we can.
Add a D12. Yeah, right. All right.
Joe's gonna have to make a new fucking chart because he's gonna be like, I don't know what to fucking do. A fucking 50? What?
No, I'm not making a new chart just for that. You win, you win. If you don't, you don't. You guys are a few levels off before the DC is 50. All right, so 35, 34, 34.
Yeah, 34. Because it was 29 and then last flash, so.
The
34.
the cosmic furnace is a reference. It is supposed to be something that comes from the astral, but is brought here with purpose to serve. Like one of the legendary oh, sorry, not legendary. Like one of the laws of the universe. They're supposed to come from the cosmic furnace and be forged here. Forged, of course, coming from a Seiso who crafts everything into a physical aspect of what it is supposed to represent. So, some type of definitive law is supposed to come, enter into this universe, and then get forged within the heavens itself. And it will be named the Star-Forged Blade.
Okay. I don't actually reveal any of that
Information.
specifics to the group until we're not in mixed company, you know? Like I don't even trust this diviner guy enough to start spouting out my details.
Mm. You learned something. He just smiles.
Yeah, I've your prophecies are very very interesting, and you know, when you read a prophecy, you always bring something of yourself to it, and I think my past has uniquely given me insights into some aspects of these prophecies. They're very well written.
Curiosity kills cats, and
Word.
I only have one life.
But satisfaction brings them back.
A mage is never satisfied. We always seek more.
That sounds about right.
Facts.
Lucian's people.
Lucian, the last one. Do you know anything about this person? Or do you think it's her? So when it talks about the path and how they move, it feels sort of similar.
Yeah, I definitely got the same vibes, especially since that prophecy only came to pass after the bishop was here the earlier, and that was, you know, he was here, then sort of our adventures in the ley lines occurred, and then this prophecy was created. So I think part of what we've been doing kind of set her on a path, which created this her own, you know, it seems very very likely that it might have something to do with her.
The second feels like that what shouldn't be revealed. The third feels like a weapon to maybe stop it.
Mm-hmm.
The fourth kind of feels like... I'm actually not sure what the fourth one is.
So you believe
the
all of
fifth-
these are intertwined?
They seem to all be kind of building towards the same direction.
What are...
The first one might even be involved.
They're all about the same kind of event.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the first one actually might be misleading. I'm not sure. Something feels off about that one.
Well, do you want to tail them? Make sure everything's up on the up and up.
I feel like we should go to the heavens. How
Can we
far
even
is
get there?
the
Besides
monastery?
Can we even get there besides dying?
It's complicated, but I might be able to get us a day pass.
Plus, I think there's some of us that might not be welcomed up there. I looked at Casimir.
They hate me, but they can deal with me. I'll
mean,
probably just be uncomfortable up there.
I was gonna say, you realize how they deal, right?
What? Do you realize
They will
that
smite you.
Yes. Not really.
His
Because I'm
existence is not
I very
against
much am.
their laws. I mean, you're created in, it's not what you are, it's how you act. And if they had that big a problem with vampires,
Yeah, they wouldn't make us burn in the sun.
It's not just the fact that he's a vampire.
No, but
yes, there is that, but based on the stories he tells, he might get some leniency based on his own exploits.
and yeah, he's killed more vampires than anyone I've ever met. I mean, we took out the Plum Dead, the couple accounts that he's had to deal with, like his balance sheet of like vampires he's got a lot more getting rid of vampires than making vampires.
that's true. At the very least, that's technically true. They do entirely treat us like scourge and everything, like we are a disease, but for good reason. But I
And-
still think we should.
You can't let it get out of hand, but you're
a virus
your
that
very
exists upon the world
existence
that
is
you all
not-
hate.
And,
Yes.
Casper's kind of a necessary evil, I guess, in a sense to them, because if we don't fulfill this quest, there's nothing left.
yeah, and we're fighting against this other thing, which from everything that we've discovered is on par or above most of them. On par with the say-so.
I just want to make sure you know what you all are getting into if you bring them up there.
Hey,
Fine.
worst case, we just were like, oh, never mind, and we leave.
Also,
Okay.
I've met their boss. I know their boss's boss. Like, they can't do
Oh,
shit to me.
out of character in this world, is it the ruler of heaven? Are they widely known?
Aseso is the creator of the entire universe. The ruler of heaven would be her.
And I've met her.
And she is not widely known. She's kind of a well-kept secret within the Pantheon.
Okay. 'Cause I don't know if my character would know about that fact.
Do I know, though? How would I be on the heavens? Like, will that have any effect on me?
You'll definitely have an ailing effect while you are there because of the nature of what the heavens is. But you don't believe it'll be something that'll just stop you from existing.
It's just going to probably just be excruciating the entire time.
It's not-
or
and
if it
it's-
was uncomfortable.
It's not just me. Gabby went back. Gabby will totally get our back on this.
And we've also got the Time God. And Ares will probably do something if he still wants our fight to go ahead. He kind of likes me, it's just the Liara he doesn't like.
Plus, there's your story of the whole killing the water thing, so you can.
I have some weight that I can throw around. Like, not much, but like, it's not like they're going to kill me. But
Enough to gain passage and not be wholly accosted, I'm sure.
and if they try to send angels against me, I'll just kill them. Like, it's fine.
Whoa. Let's not say it out loud.
I was already saying, what are you saying?
Yeah, come on, gods. It's not like they're spiteful beings or anything.
Old
I
Testament
am
God is.
literally intending to kill one of them. It's fine. They haven't set. Well, they probably tried to stop me at some point, but it just didn't work.
I don't think you can even kill Say-So. It's like trying to kill Ao.
No, I'm not trying to kill her. I'm killing Ares eventually.
You're suiciding Ares. There's a difference. He sort of wants it.
We have an agreement, but he keeps getting stronger, and he's being.
Do you expect him to not get stronger?
Yes, but I helped him get stronger, and he didn't help me.
That sounds like a
He
personal
gave
problem.
me immortality.
Yeah.
Like
That
his
is a
snake.
personal problem right there.
No, that is just Ares was being a bit of a dick about that, and he knows it because
And
we've
you
had this
didn't know
discussion.
he was a dick beforehand?
Yes, I met him. I already battled him once before.
And you didn't know he was a dick already?
Yes. But I can still have respect for him, and vice versa. And I'm still going to kill him. We came to an agreement on that, and he was all for it.
I'm pretty sure the agreement was you can try to kill him.
No, the agreement was set years
At the
ago.
time, he was basically
Like level 14.
kind of whiny and like, oh, boo-hoo, I'm, bored, but I can't leave. And so Casimir was like, well, hey, man, I'll come back and I'll kill you.
He was very,
You
very
can leave.
depressed.
And he was like, all right, well, you can try.
Yeah, he was very depressed, and we kind of kicked him in the ass to get him going a little bit and give him a bit of renewed purpose. And then we went to war, and he's the god of war, so he was kind of excited about that because he got some action. And now
Vindir,
he's gaining power.
you know that gods of war are among the most powerful in the pantheon in a wartime.
Well, yeah, you kind of got his juices flowing.
Exactly.
Well,
he
we
was,
needed to.
He was depressed.
Yeah, that's pretty sad, a depressed god.
Yeah, and now he's trying to wage war against the rest of Zodiac, but that's not my problem because I'm not there. But either way, so Hells? Sorry, not the Hells, Heavens. I get them mixed up. They're about the same thing.
I think that might be a valid way to go.
How far is the Celestial Monastery from where we are?
Celestial Monastery? You mean
Yes.
the Oasis?
I don't know, but that's what my notes say. It says atop a mist-covered mountain, monks train in martial and spiritual arts,
Yes.
and the monastery is said to hold a portal to celestial realms.
Yes.
That place.
So if we're talking about the heavens and we're talking about the Oasis, those are two vastly different locations.
No, I'm looking at the locations of circumstance,
Okay.
and
Oh, I apologize. I was... Okay. Which one?
Celestial Monastery.
Atop a mist-covered mountain, monks train in martial and spiritual arts. The monastery is said to hold a portal to the celestial realms. That's within a days and a half travel from you on airship. Or, sorry, he wouldn't put it to you like that. Well, if you're going to just walk there, you're looking at 2-3 weeks or so, but it's just up the coastline once you hit it. You can notice it pretty easily as it is a monastery set on top of a misty mountain. There's not many locations like that, you know.
All right.
Can you mark it on this map? Just so we can be sure.
Boop. He marks it.
Thank you.
You've been very helpful. I want to express our gratitude.
Your expression is noted, but I did not do this out of kindness. I do not like owing anybody anything. Now, we are even, Vindir.
Can you be even after one more thing? We're going to take the 5 of these. Is that okay?
No, you may not.
It's
I can
better that
remember them.
It's better that it doesn't fall into anyone else's hands.
These records are kept safeguarded. The only people who can have access to it is me.
If I roughly just size him up, how strong does it look? Not like strength-wise, but like battle
Insight.
experience.
Insight.
Do I have advantage on this?
No, you're not a god of war yet.
Yes, that's true. Well, I'm going to use game advantage and guidance myself.
Go for it.
As Casimir says, this Lucian's thinking like, they're words on paper. I remember them.
21.
We don't need the actual papers.
So, one thing you've learned is skinny people are sometimes really fucking strong, but with bullshit abilities. Physically speaking, you probably would need 6 to 12 seconds to break this man. Easily. 12 being if you were kind of tired and bored. However, you do know that based off of the magical systems he has in place safeguarding this location, you're looking at a pretty damn strong wizard. Probably not archmage, but powerful. Keep in mind, powerful wizards are
Yeah.
few and far between. Like,
How do I say this in the best, nicest way possible?
I believe he prefers bluntness.
Fine. The person that would come here is stronger than any mage that you probably know, and is stronger than you, and stronger than him. And he is by far stronger than you. She would
will-
decimate this place in
I'll
search for him.
create a silent image of Solara in my palm, and I will indicate that this
Chris-
person is extremely dangerous.
Christina Valentine.
What?
Christina
God damn it.
Valentine.
She's been here?
Multiple times, yes.
When?
Well, look the fuck out.
You couldn't have
She's
done this
dangerous.
before.
I didn't think I had to before.
You have this magic. I can't do it. I can just go, poof. and
Draw a
this is what
picture.
the big enemy looks like.
Well, I did it
When was the
now.
last time this person came here?
If I was to guess, she was here maybe 9 months, no, 2.5 years ago.
This person is also very adept at enchantment magic. And not even just magic, being able to worm people around and condition them in certain ways just using her words. She would decimate this place. And I am saying genuinely serious with this.
Well,
She would kill everyone here just for these, and it wouldn't cost her anything.
other than right now when they have left, there's not been an opportunity for these types of prophecies to be taken by any mage of any caliber. Even a nullifying zone would not turn off the artifact magic that is protecting that dome up there. The moment I divine something at the chair, I am transported into my study to write it down and store it away. This is the most vulnerable they have and will ever be.
Well, I tried to save your life. There you go.
Well,
Thank you very much.
again, I just wanted to give you as much information as I could to help you guys protect yourselves. And again, I appreciate your assistance in our endeavors to keep this person from releasing the entity you don't want us to mention by name.
It is in everybody's best shared interest that that entity never be released.
That is correct.
Scoops
She
up.
intends to.
He scoops up the 5 scrolls and begins heading out towards the door.
Right. Are we done here?
I
Resort?
believe so.
Alright. Resort. Show. Well, resort. Sleep. Show. And monastery. Sounds good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
As you all are yerping one another, he opens the door. Hey, guys. Guys.
Yeah.
What?
He opens the door further, holding the scrolls in one hand, and you see that there's about 24 mages outside, all getting ready to throw magic at you all.
Oh, look, these will be the people that she's already convinced to fight against you.
I figure that out as the first fireball goes off, and we'll be
Counter
back
spell.
next week.
Rage!
The most
Told
vulnerable
you.
they've ever been.
I told you so.
Yep. But players, thank you for playing. Viewers, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.
Sons of bitches.